Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video, we're going to be ranking up our Captain America Infinity War. We'll take him up to rank 5, and then we will take him for a little spin, Realm of Legends, and we'll finish it off with some duels. But first, I wanted to give you guys a chance to take a look at his attributes and things like that, so that if you're thinking about ranking your Captain America up to 5, you'll have something to kind of compare it with to see how well he scales. I think he is a lot of fun to play with. Take a look at these synergies. This is something that I have not seen in the contest before, and I could be wrong, but look at how the synergies read. Each of these synergies affects an entire class, rather than each of these affecting these particular champions and another synergy that affects only him. In this case, you have any of these and it'll affect every class on your team. Alright, now take a look at his signature ability. Now this is also something that I have not seen. You have the flexibility to choose any of these classes for your team, and it will give him these abilities. So take a look at each one of these. Some of them are pretty fun, and it's just a lot of flexibility. I really like that. I can bring in, for example, my Hyperion, my Voodoo. I'll also bring in my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, and have a very nice team. For science, I can bring in Hulk, maybe. So it's a very nice signature ability. So I would say personally, just from reading this, that he needs to be awakened to realize his full potential. Now, I have not played with him when he was not awakened, so I can't compare the two. All right, so now let's go into some of his other abilities. Now, I'm not going to read every single ability off to you guys and all of his specials, but I did want to give you a chance to take a look. Alright, so Captain America, he has a passive. You can read all of the passive abilities he has here. That kinetic potential is very important. Make sure that you see the different ways that he can gain that. You can keep going down here. You can see when he is kinetically charged, what he gets from that. Alright, now here's something interesting. If you see there, look at the heavy charging, does more damage. And take a look at his specials. Each of these specials is very interesting. Look at that special one. It does a bleed, and if you're kinetically charged, it shuts down their defensive ability accuracy. That's 100% shutdown. Okay, the special 2, it also grants him more damage and has a chance to stun. So that is really nice, and you can see what the special 3 does as well. Now, one thing I definitely want to mention, because it's what drew me to Captain America Infinity War in the first place. When he is kinetically charged, that means he has at least one kinetic charge. He is considered kinetically charged. So as long as he has one kinetic charge, he has a 100% chance to nullify unstoppable buffs. I love that, and you guys are going to see that later. When we take him into Realm of Legends, we're not going to fight Winter Soldier. We're going to fight Juggernaut. And let me tell you, that was a very interesting fight. Alright, so we're ranking him up to 5 here, and it didn't take too long. You can see I'm always having a ISO expiring, and I decided to just go ahead and sell those later. But I focused on just using the class specific ISO, which is what I recommend everyone do. It saves you gold, and as you can see, my gold is starting to go a little low here. Alright, so there is Captain America. Infinity War, he is now 550, and we'll take a look in a moment here at his stats. You can compare his stats to what you saw before when he was a 440 and see, you know, kind of how he scales. All right, now another thing that we're going to do, and I was just curious once I read his signature ability and saw all those percentages, I wanted to see how well he scaled with signature stones. So as you can see, I have a bunch of science signature stones, and so I decided to go ahead and pump, not too many, just pump about 10 of these into him, and then go back and take a look and see how much of a difference that made. And I like it. Take a look now. I don't know if you guys remember, you can look back, but it's about 5% for those 10 signature stones, which I think is pretty good. Alright, so let's go into this fight here with Juggernaut, the unstoppable Juggernaut, who is about to get stopped by Captain America Infinity War, also known as Nomad. And this is the first time I'm actually doing any kind of real serious fight with him. But I did see some videos where he did some crazy special 2 damage. So normally I try to fire off his specials in sequence. So I'll build up to the special 1, fire it off, then the 2, and then the 3. But I got so happy attacking into his unstoppable and eager to see that special 2 that I forgot to fire off his special 1 first. So we fire off that special 2 here, and you had the stun, but I wasn't too impressed with the damage. That's because when I made this video, I didn't really know how to play him to get that damage. You want to stack up his charges. He has a max of 5, and when you do that, and especially if he gets a crit on that special 2, it's nasty, and you will see that later on when you watch the Duels. He goes up against a Sentinel, and he destroys that Sentinel with that special 2. So look forward to that. But in any case, I just had so much fun attacking this Juggernaut while he was unstoppable. It's just crazy. But you do at least get a chance to see all of his specials. You saw me fire off that special 1 a little bit earlier, and now I'm going to fire off his special 3. A little bit after this, I'll also fire off his heavy so that you can see the heavy animation, and I'll do another special 1 because later on in the fight I couldn't really remember. Okay, so there's the heavy. Now remember, from his description, he can charge his heavy and he gets more attack damage. So if I can charge up that heavy for a good long while, I'll have a lot more damage. I'll probably play around with that a little bit later on. But this was my first initial playing around with this particular champion, and I like him. I think he is a lot of fun to play, and I think he gives quite a bit of flexibility to your team composition, which I haven't seen since they introduced synergies. Those synergies were basically, you need to put this particular champion on your team to get this synergy. I really hope to see more of that type of flexibility on future champions. We're going to speed up the rest of this fight because the rest of this fight took 5 more minutes. It took me 5 more minutes to take down this Juggernaut. Now, of course, I'm still not used to him, and I don't know the best rotation or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure I took longer than someone that knows how to play him would take. But I didn't fall asleep, so that was good. But that was a pretty long fight. Alright, so you can see here how many hits it took me to take him down. And as I said, once I get more familiar with him and his playstyle, I'm pretty sure that I can beat that Juggernaut in much less hits and much less time. Alright, so we're going to finish the video with a series of duels, and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay. You've made a mistake saying I cannot run this race. It's playtime, I'm gonna crush your face. This is not a phase. Hey guys, I know you feel that bass. Roll with that until you see my face. Rising from a thick layer of fog at midnight. There's a time and a place to kill it. I spill it, leak documents from a flaming tongue. Rappers acting so saintly when not long ago you were pagan, cuz. And now they catch the aroma. Wonder what the kid is baking up. Add a little secret ingredient they're needing is something for waking up. My flow is caffeine and I'm the black king of spades. Among smaller cards and that scream you hear is mad heat. I am the daddy of cracking the bones of the flashiest chic. No giving. As I grow up in a robust prison, everything I think I need is already given. For some reason I am hardly living. Physical needs are what can't be controlled. Give a kid candy, take away his soul. Can't tell the difference between hot and cold. My senses are dimmed and I'm sold. But as the credits start to roll, I wake up and I miss the movie. People around me are swarming like they just saw something that's dooming. Now they're telling me that I miss a lot and I gotta go back and see it. Yet everyone who was watching came out that with a crooked demeanor. These subtleties and half-truths are running my country at large. Shipping this garbage by every ocean, I'm about to sink the barge. Health, war, famine, and money, get rid of those and we have no country. What happened to thinking people love me? These relationships feel so ugly. It's like we're speaking on the surface, but something sounds scripted about all the verbiage. Like everything we think came from another person, and we didn't take time to think if it's worth it. To act as a service to only a few human perspectives. Now we got humanity's section by politics, culture, religion, perspective. None of us have accurate depth perception. It's been messed with and I feel headless. No wonder I'm trying to convert that dude in the uniform to a dead bitch. Get this, my head is full of death cause it's a dead shit full of phantoms and redness on the walls from blood shedded. No angels left in heaven, and in turn I'm the one they sent in. Close your eyes and get in. This is one hell of a head trip. Most isolated, now watch that echo. I'm isolated everywhere like presto. I don't really know how to keep a friend. Something that they don't get though, and that sparks by Roscoe. Now I'm with all your heads, yo. Through the scope rooftop and I bent low. Between heaven and ghetto, it appears that I'm on top now. Figured out there's layers to this. Apply to the cycle, now I can keep riding vibrant flyness when I pipe these hits. And I like this shit. Feels good expelling this energy. Anyone who comes this way looking for trouble is immediately gonna be sent to me. Something like a silent undertaker. I don't really need to do too much. Just sit here with the mirror to your face till you either decide to wake up or lose touch. I didn't come to make the choice for you. Off if you choose not to make it. Excuse my hatred, I try not to say this. Just leave it for now and then use it verbatim. Try mates, tell me stay up. I extend the same love to the same ones. When a world made us filled with fake ones, settled in late fronts, trying to shake up the whole scene. They lean on the things from the beams and the TV screens, latching on every single game ring scheme. That's not the dream and they're taking yours free. Hey Spike, why the you gotta go there? We bump your music when we're drinking and we kick it. Friends and family, drinking liquor, good spirits. A lot of people I know don't wanna hear this. You're really asking for it, sonny. I really don't wanna do it. You insist on doubting everything I say and challenging the movement. The troops are called in. I was going easy on them, now I'm all in. Think you're strong enough? Then take us all then. Put a mask over the Sultan. Somewhere dark we assault him. Kill the king, kill the prince, kill them all then. Open the doors to the children of the fallen. An army of dictators couldn't match my space invaders. Take them in the trachea, if not mindful of what they're saying. And I'm not playing, I know it sounds pretending. I might be quite pretentious, here's some knowledge I'm lending. My name withholds a legend of a king losing his head in. That's my definition of he who had descended.
We've come to the end of another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider smashing that like button, really helps me out. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below, let me know what you thought about this video. If you want to support the channel, there are several ways to support the channel, you'll find them in the description. One is a link to my Patreon account, and you can become a patron of this channel. And you guys have a blessed day.